another crazy one.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Let's see it.
We have new disturbing details in a story of a Maryland man charged with kidnapping two teenage girls and taking them to a Northern Virginia hotel. The victims are only 13 and 17 years old, according to court documents.
A new search warrant affidavit revealed that before the girls escaped, they rushed to the hotel's front desk. They asked the clerk to call 911, but the clerk did not make the call.
What?
Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder picks up the story from here, and we want to warn you, the details are disturbing.
New information now on a story that will make any parent sick to their stomach. Last Wednesday, two young girls escaped their accused kidnapper who allegedly took them from Baltimore to this Stafford County hotel to, quote, pimp them out. All of this is according to newly released search warrants. Now, the girls managed to get away, but as they were escaping, the girls told detectives that they went to the front desk of the hotel and they asked the concierge to call 911. But the girls told detectives that the concierge did not call 911 for them right away. So they had to run out of the hotel, and they were eventually able to flag down a man who would help them. When Stafford County Sheriff's deputies got to the Quality Inn Hotel on Green Spring Drive, another guest of the hotel said the girls had been, quote, pimped out all night. 54-year-old Tyrone McDaniel was arrested on multiple felony charges. McDaniel is accused of picking the two girls up in Baltimore by offering them a ride. Detectives say he took the girls against their will to this hotel about 70 miles away. And when the girls asked to go home, McDaniel allegedly said, nah, that's not going to happen. According to the criminal complaint, McDaniel told the victims they would work with other little kids and make a lot of money. Court documents show money was recovered as evidence from inside the two hotel rooms that McDaniel was allegedly using. The Stafford County Sheriff's Office says once the girls were rescued, they were turned over to Child Protective Services to be reunited with their families. Reporting in Stafford County, Drew Wilder, News 4.
Is going on. Well, I you know what? I know that this is happening, trafficking. It is happening. And it's happening at an alarming rate, and we just don't know it. And a lot of times it's right up under our nose, and we're not paying attention. And for the youth, catching a ride from anybody that you don't know, I think they know this. I think they know this, but however, they think maybe, and you guys can probably correct me in the comments or whatever, but I think they know not to get in the car with strangers, things of that nature. But they think a stranger is somebody that looks strange. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
not the average person. The average person that looks, he's older, he's 50 some years old or whatever, and he's an older gentleman and he's trying to give them a ride. They're not thinking nothing of it. He doesn't look weird, doesn't look disheveled or out of place or anything. But then he takes them on a long journey outside of where they at. From Baltimore to Stafford, Virginia.
Come on.
What she say, 70 miles? Oh my goodness. And then had them in a hotel room. I mean, all you know that what was coming up next is drugging them.
Yes.
Pimping them out. That's exactly what would have happened. It's crazy. That is so crazy, man. Like I say, don't take rides from no one. And I don't know. We don't know the specifics on the little girls. Like maybe they were, related, and the parent maybe a drug addict, maybe neglectful, letting them be out, doing whatever they want to do and not paying attention to their child. That may be the case. And that's why they feel like they can do things on their own since they've been doing everything on their own for so long. So catching a ride versus an Uber or whatever, that's probably seems simple to them. Or they may have did an Uber and he just kept them. I mean, it's so many different things that can go crazy with this situation, man. It's crazy. What are your thoughts on that?
First of all, put him up under the jail, okay?
Of course,
up under the prison. Put him up under
that's
there.
That's what I was saying now. Come on now.
Ridiculous.
That's
People,
what I was
it is
saying.
so many individuals that's into young kids. that's into teenagers and things of that nature. They don't care about your kids. Okay. Are parents still telling kids, hey, don't talk to strangers. Don't get in the car with them. Our people, I mean, back in the day, they used to tell us that all the time.
Yeah.
You know, tell us that all the time. Are they still doing that now at these days? We would think that the kids would know, but kids can be naive in all of
Yeah.
those things.
And
Okay.
manipulate it. Yeah.
Yes, easily,
Mhm.
for the love of some money too.
Mm.
They can entice. That's just
Yeah.
the truth. You see it all over the internet, hey, we're gonna get this money, we're gonna get this money, and young girls, young boys can be influenced. I want to get that just like that person. I want to be
Mm.
just like that person. Any means necessary. But we talking about right now manipulation. Okay.
Yeah.
When the girls got loose and that person, whoever was the desk clerk, they could have thought they was playing a practical joke or whatever. But hey, call 911 and see what happens. Now, I think I'm already on this right here. That person didn't call. Is that person in on this right here? Is that a place where he always
Goes
brings
all
people?
yes.
So
Yes.
investigate that individual right
Oh
there.
yeah, they're doing that.
Oh,
They
I mean,
gotta be
come
doing that.
on.
Yeah, he
We
may be
need to
part
know because
he or she may be part of it. Yep.
yes.
Yep.
And you know what surprises me, especially down in Florida, I think we done did a couple of episodes of the police chief down in forget what part of Florida. He always say, hey, this individual, they tried to mess with us, they didn't make it. Or it was a sex trafficking ring, and he'll put everybody face up there. You would be surprised how many adults are doing these things that don't care about anybody's life to do these things to kids. Come on. It is big around here. It's just surprising. It shouldn't even be surprising, but it's surprising how many men and women want to be with these young people. It is ridiculous. And I think
What's
they belong up under prison. That's where they
yeah.
belong.
What's so crazy is the people that you said that like the youth, they're into, that
Predators.
those predators, there wouldn't be any type of, ring going on if it wasn't for the predators. The guy was the pimp.
Yeah.
So he will probably have the girls there for the other guys that's willing to pay to be with the youth. If it wasn't for those guys that want to be with youth, he wouldn't have a business, right?
Right.
Yeah, he wouldn't even be doing it because it's not lucrative. You know what I mean? So it's just so crazy how these guys, these men are into the youth like they are and taking advantage of the youth. And that's how you get these little prostitution rings that they have going on.
Okay.
That's exactly how it starts.
Yeah.
And you catch them young, give them a little little drugs here and there, get their mind a little looped or whatever, and then keep it going. Keep them fed, keep them going. They won't, and keep them make them quote unquote fiends for it. And you keep feeding them, and they keep making you money. That's crazy.
It is. But you know what?
That's
It makes me
crazy.
think too of like Epstein Island, a prime example. And you having super rich people that have this oddity of wanting to be with the young girls.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But I think it's probably, epidemic proportion because, once you get out of the states and overseas, they just don't have the same type of laws and rules and even investigations. That's why a lot of people do go overseas to do whatever you want to anybody. It does not matter. So you always got to be aware, protected of the youth. And then when I'll say your high schoolers, because some people, they graduate high school, they might do a little trip overseas, go somewhere, before they go to college and everything, you have to be aware. Parents, you have to talk to your kids. You
Yeah.
know, hey, I
Yeah,
need some call.
and what's so crazy is, like you just brought up culture or whatever. Don't you know that back in the day, culture was being with the youth. People will
Yeah.
arrange marriages at
Oh yeah.
14, 15,
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
So it was normal to have that age. We set a limit in the States or whatever, but it wasn't always like that.
Right.
We didn't always have that age limit or whatever, or minimal, age or whatever. And we definitely in overseas and in Africa and Europe or wherever, right? They It's not a big thing
Right.
to see a
Well,
16-year-old with a grown man. It's just not. But for us, we are devastated by it, and some of those cultures force you to be with this particular man. They
yeah,
would
that's true. That's just a
your
true
father
statement.
will force you to marry this man and
Yeah.
be with him.
And then it's interesting that you say that because that's
Crazy.
so true. People, that's
Yes.
just true.
Mhm.
Where depending upon how poor that family is,
Yeah.
some of them offer their kids up because
Yes.
they're so poor and
Yes.
maybe get $200, and that's a lot of money for them
Mhm.
if they
Mhm.
get that. So it's a
That's pimping too.
epidemic. Yes, that's what it is. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
you pimping your own child.
yeah. Unfortunately,
But but they but they don't see it as a wrongdoing. They see it
yeah,
as helping the family out.
yeah.
That's what they see it as. It's crazy, man. What family? What do y'all
Come
think
on.
about this? I mean, this is just one instance from Baltimore to Stafford, Virginia. Some kids, I don't know if they related or whatever, but they jumped in the car with the guy and he took them on down. Older black gentleman took them on down to a Quality Inn in Stafford, Virginia, and was about to, really pimp them out. And they found an escape route, got away, tried to tell
Mm.
the front desk clerk, and the front desk clerk didn't do it. So they had to run and flag somebody down to call 911.
It's good they left and got out of there.
Yeah.
But I think
I don't know how
investigation.
they did it, but they were quick on their toes. They were quick on their toes and they figured out a way. Maybe he was in the restroom and they figured out something. I don't know, but they did what they supposed to do and got away, which was great.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say this. I'm gonna
Go
just say
ahead.
this. I
Go ahead.
think again they should investigate that hotel. Period. That desk
They will.
member.
They will.
Go
They
back
will.
a couple of years to see how often he was there.
Yeah.
See, I mean, it got to be. He has to have clientele. He has to have help with these things
Mhm.
and get them all.
Yeah.
Get them all. They
And
all need
you
to
just
pay.
never know. They can look into it, and my mind is kind of going like thinking like he may not have paid for those rooms physically. Like here's the money for him.
Come
No,
on.
he paid them under the table, and here's a key for it. That's what that is. Here's the key for it. I'm not gonna put anybody in those rooms, and you just and I'll pay you whatever. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Come on, okay.
And then there's no tracking who reserved the room, who did none of that because it was never reserved, but it was never booked either too. But they would still clean it or whatever and keep it fresh, whatever. But that's just it's wild, it's sad, but
It
we know
is.
that that's happening. I'm glad that we have been trying to crack down on it, especially with people coming across the border, because a lot of those young ladies that have been trafficked usually start from across the border, and they bring them over here, and then they pimp them out over here. So I'm glad some of that stopped at the border or whatever. I know not all, and I know they finding
Yeah.
different ways. They being innovative in all kind of ways, but man, oh my goodness, keep your eyes open. That's what I'll say.
Yes. Come on.
If you see, look, family, if you see something that looks a little strange, looks a little odd, now that could have been grandpa with grandkids, could have been, but however, just keep your eyes on things or whatever, and let the police know if you see something suspicious. And I get it. Some people may think it's an overkill because what do they call them? Karens. They call the police on every little thing because I think that's what it doesn't look right. But I mean, I would be okay for her being too into it and trying to be part of that little situation versus just turning the blind eye, you know. Let us know in the comments what y'all think, man. Give us a thumbs up, my man. I mean, if y'all been checking us out from time to time or whatever,
hype us up.
Yeah, hype us up.
Hype us up. Let's go.
You can do it on if you're on your cell phone, you can always hype us up, man, so we can get top of the algorithm, so we can get this message out to other people, and we can have make our family a little bit bigger, and we can talk about and discuss just about anything and everything. That's all you got, bro?
That's all I got. Let's go.
Man, that's all I got, and that's the uncomfortable truth. Hey, baby.
Do something. Let's go.
For sure. Right below me, hey, we have a playlist of similar interests and social issues and things that you are interested into. Click on it.
And congregation, just where I'm pointing. This is what YouTube recommends for you to watch because of the content that you've seen of us. Click it.
For sure.
Watch
Do it for us.
And share it.